oh, I can't, y'all know I can't let people in and talk. Hold on. Boom. Okay. All right. She is the owner and the CEO, the founder, all of that. Of I oh, wait a minute, y'all. I can't let people in. There's way too much going on tonight. Let me just say this. Let me just say something right now, because this is just a what's going on. Let me just make sure y'all know what's going on. Okay. Let me bring Crystal forward so I'm not up here by myself, so she can sit next to me. So normally I have my husband sitting next to me. Y'all already know he be doing all of this stuff. He be clicking the stuff, going live over here, over there, letting people in the room, and I just be sitting there sipping on something. On some water. Right? That's normally what's happening. But tonight I'm doing all the things. I'm like, hi, I'm hear myself talking. So because we're live on YouTube now, okay? But everybody, again, I'm appreciative of the grace. Crystal, I am happy you are up in the space. We are talking tonight under the title of Naked and Unashamed, 4 Raw Truths about Attraction Beyond Weight. Like everything can't be about our weight. Everything can't be about all of what we look like, although it's springtime going into summertime. And that's what a whole lot of us is thinking about as women and men, not just women. So I just want to stop and pause and just say thank you for coming on. I have amplified and used a whole lot of words in this introduction, so I'm going to be quiet. And can you please just share who you are so we can get into some good conversations tonight? What's up, girl?
Well, you thanking me. Well, I definitely have to thank you and Ayize for allowing me to come in, because I know how much I love y'all, Blamcore. I know, like, these y'all babies, these y'all people. So I appreciate you for letting me come in. And as she said, I am the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. And to sum it up, I am your health and fitness coach who specializes in helping women over 40 lose weight without dieting or for exercising more than 30 minutes at a time. That's what we do. We build a healthy lifestyle as opposed to focusing on any fat diets or feeling like you got to do a boot camp workout and all that other stuff. It ain't necessary. It ain't necessary.
So what this means? So everybody, this is an open conversation tonight, but we are talking tonight, and I'm going to say right off the top, I'm going to be dropping the link in just a moment. We are getting ready for an amazing challenge that is for our Blamly members only. Whoop whoop whoop. That is coming up on next week, Monday through Thursday, May the 6th through the 9th. And we are going to have an amazing challenge with Crystal. She has partnered with us. We have partnered with her, and it's called F the Scale. F the Scale challenge, y'all. Like, we are not looking at the scale. We're going to continue to move into the, are we still in spring? I guess it is. We're going to continue.
Yeah, we are. We're 49 days away from summer.
Okay, 49 days away from summer. We're going to glide into summer, and we are going to make sure that we do what we need to do to have our minds right, our bodies right, but our spirits right in terms of how we look at ourselves, and because this thing really affects our relationship. So, Crystal, I just have to ask you this, and I'm gonna circle back to my for real first question. But this ain't my for real first question. This just popped up. So you said we gonna do all the things we need to do. We're gonna do it 30 minutes at a time. We're not gonna be doing things in an overwhelming way. We're gonna still eat good, all that kind of stuff. But you mean tell me, like, so I can't do the no carbs diet? I shouldn't be doing that?
Do you like carbs?
I did that I did that like a couple years ago.
Do you like carbs?
You know what? I'm weird like that. I like carbs, yeah, but I don't need them. I do when I don't have them for a long time, because obviously it did not sustain it.
Yeah.
But it helped me. I mean, I lost like 10, 15 pounds. And
did you find them again when you started having them carbs again?
The pounds came right back.
Exactly.
That thing worked though.
That's, and that's why I say diets work while you're doing them, but diets are typically based on some type of restriction. And whenever there's restriction, you're not figuring out how to balance what you actually like to still get your goals. So that once you go back to doing the things that are normal to you, right? Because you haven't had any type of mindset shift around your food, you start seeing that weight creep right back on up, because that diet was all about restriction, as opposed to, all right, how we balance it? Like, everybody like carbs. Carbs are amazing, but this is also the thing. Carbs are your sources of energy. You gotta have carbs. You gotta have carbs. And fiber is a carb. You need fiber for your bowels to move the way they're supposed to. Right? So when people start cutting out carbs and all of that stuff, they start feeling sluggish. The bowel's not moving right. They eating too much meat. Then they smell like meat. They get the meat sweats. It ain't good. Uh-huh.
Meat sweats. Oh,
Yeah. And we ain't gonna talk about how the gas smells when you eating a whole bunch of Lord. It's no bueno. It's no bueno.
no, we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't.
No, we don't want none of that. We don't want none of it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just had to get that out the way because I'd be having fond memories of that time that was very short lived. But I was like, oh, you look good, girl, and I was like, damn, that was fast. That was here and it was gone. So you're right.
But the crazy thing is, were you happy though? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like
No,
anybody
it was a task and a half. Everything was
exactly.
like a
It
task.
shouldn't feel that way. And because it feels like a test, that's why so many people don't do it.
Mm,
Right. And
hmm.
then they just keep gaining weight. But it's really just about understanding that doggone balance. Like
Yeah.
how and understanding that it's okay. We get, we've been programmed to think that we eat things that are bad. That's why I can't stand the term cheat day or cheat meal. Whenever you
Uh,
tell yourself you're cheating, you tell yourself you're doing something bad, and it's not bad. It's just part of the day, right?
okay.
It's part of your week. If it's a cheat meal, that is
Yeah.
1 out of 21 meals. How are you cheating?
Okay. Okay.
Mathematically, that makes zero sense. If
Yeah.
you have 1 out of 7 days, mathematically, you
Hmm.
still passing
Right. Right. Right.
the flying colors.
Hmm.
So how are you telling yourself it's a cheat?
I got you. I never thought about that. I actually never thought about that because you're right. It's a whole lot of culture to fitness and dieting and all of that that we
Oh
just
yeah.
and we just move on with it without thinking about it. But I want to pause for a minute. Can you tell everybody first,
Mm.
especially here in our Blamely room, just a little bit about you? Are you married? About your, are you like, are you? I know you're married,
You getting
obviously.
out of my business.
I want to get in your business a little bit. I want to know, how long you've been married, a little bit about yourself, your family, and then how you even got into doing this work that you do and how it's impacted even your own relationship, like paying attention to your fitness or I don't know if it's your fitness or your health or how
Yeah.
you term it. So,
Well, I have been married. We're going on 23 years
mhm.
in July. Been
Yeah.
together for 26. Yeah, 26. We have 2 sons. My baby boy will be 21 next month. Older son will be 25 in September.
I
Um,
didn't know the 20, you had 21 and 25. I didn't know,
Look, chick old, chick
okay.
old, chick old. That's why it's funny when I'm going to buy liquor for my kid. They card me. I'm like, this for my kid. This ain't even for me. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate it. I got carded the other day. I was like, man, you so cute. But yeah, yes, you can see my ID.
Because you
But
look good.
but honestly, I got into this, like started creeping my way into what I do after I had my second son. After I had him, my body just did not come back the way I wanted it to, like I thought it would.
Okay.
And honestly, the crazy thing is, before I had him, I thought I was going into early menopause, like in my 20s, because all of a sudden, when I tell you, I was having one day, my husband thought I was crazy. We live in the Chicago area. It
Mm-hmm.
was October. I was in my bedroom, bucket naked, with the windows open, laying on the bed, because I felt like I was on fire. And he came back. It was like that scene from The Exorcist. We walk in and the curtains were blowing. He was like, "What's wrong with you?" I kept gaining weight, and we were trying. With our first son, he was
Uh-huh.
a surprise. He was a surprise. Never a mistake, but a surprise. But
Mm-hmm.
our second son, we tried for him for a while, so I just thought maybe that's why I couldn't get pregnant as easily as I got pregnant with the first one.
Okay.
Um, so my body was going through all types of stuff at the time. And so after I had him, I decided to go to the gym. This is how long ago it was. That's when Bally was still out. Remember Bally?
Oh, yeah.
Look. So Bally was offering free sessions with a personal trainer. And I'm like, at this point, I'll take whatever I can get because I don't know what's going on
Mm-hmm.
down in all the things.
Yeah.
But I realized in that session, I was just soaking up everything he was saying. It was so intriguing to me. And I remember I just kept asking questions. He was answering all my questions. I was like, oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. But I was still not losing exactly how I wanted to. And I'm gonna be honest, because you said safe space. And I
Yeah.
believe in being completely transparent. I was so desperate. I started taking fat burners, right?
Oh, yeah.
And now this the thing, heart disease runs in my family strong. And I know this, but I was so desperate. And I remember mentioning to my sister, and my sister read me the riot act and was like, you already know our health history. Why would you do that? And I was still nursing. So I was just, that's how desperate I was. I think I had a little postpartum and I didn't know it at the time. So I only took them for like a couple days. And so I sat back and I was like, okay, Crystal, there has to be something you can do that's going to jumpstart like this weight loss. Like there has to be little changes that you can make. And I tell you, I literally started making small changes and just start saying it. I'll tell y'all everything I did. I switched from, I think at the time we were doing 2% or maybe 1% milk, switched to skim milk instead. I started eating off smaller plates as opposed to the big plates. Oh. Just those two things alone changed so much because I realized that the bigger my plate was, the more food I put on there. So I was like, let me just see, like, I don't even think I need all of that because we've trained our bodies to, and our mind tells us that we need all the stuff. And we really, really don't. We really don't. So I just started eating more frequent, smaller meals as opposed to big meals. And it changed so much. Whenever I would drink anything that wasn't water, I would drink out of the smaller glasses so I wouldn't fill up a whole cup. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I just asked myself, like, what are some ways I can reduce some calories? And it worked and kept on working out, you know, and then things just start coming together. It just started coming together. And I made the decision because I had 2 kids under 4 and I was nursing. There was 0 Crystal time. Once everybody woke up, it was over. And that includes my 48-year-old husband, soon to be 48 child. That was my oldest child. Look, but what I realized was that when I exercised, I had more energy. I was happier. I had more confidence. So I started to just get up. I said, you know what? I got to find some time for myself, carve some time out for myself. So I just started getting up like at 5 o'clock or getting up like 30 minutes before I knew everybody else would get up, do me a quick workout in my living room. And then I just felt better and I was able to do everything else I wanted to do throughout the day as opposed to trying to figure out how to sneak it in. I don't know if the kids going to feel like taking their naps today or not. I don't know. I couldn't plan for what they were going to take away from my day, but I could control my morning. So that changed. Getting up 30 minutes earlier and those little small changes changed everything. Everything.
So what I'm hearing you say, and this is something that, well, actually, before I go to that, let me ask you this: Do you and your husband work out together?
No.
Does Freddie work out?
He does. He doesn't work out consistently like I do.
Okay, so he goes. You are Yize, and me and Freddie the same.
Yeah, and he goes through spurts. His thing is he's a former athlete. He played football all through college. So he's one of those. He needs a task or a challenge or something to complete. Without it, it's just like he's just like, So he's run a marathon. He'll do stuff, but it's just like he gets bored. It's like, nah.
Okay. Okay, no. Me and Freddie.
And our workout styles are just different too. Yeah. Our workout styles are different. So like even when we run, we did a 5K together. So that was the other thing after I had my because I'm a vet. And running was never like my strong suit. Okay. I'm one of those people, you can't tell me I can't do something. If I struggle with it, that's the one thing I'm gonna keep focusing on until I feel like I'm good at it. Right. So after I had my son, I was like, I think I'm going to try to do a 5K. I had never done a 5K. The Army used to make us run stuff, but it was just something running on my own. So I signed up for a 5K. Here come my husband. I'm going to do it with you. All right. Fine. So he did it with me. And that's when I realized our styles were so different. Because he used to be a sprinter, he takes out the gate. Whereas I like distance running. So by the time we are 2 miles in, he is conking out. And it was really like on the movie where he was like, go without me. And I was like, no, I'm not leaving you. It was so that's why we don't really run together too often unless we just sort of want to push each other. He'll push me to start first. Then I have to drag him at the end because he just likes to,
he's the starter.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I thought we was the same. I don't want no challenge. I just want to walk. We was walking today. Only reason that he came out to walk with me because he was like, "Are you about to go walk?" I was like, "I think so." He was like, "Oh hell no! What you mean you think so? Come on, let's go right now." And I
That's
was like,
right.
"You don't have to go with me." He was like, "If I don't go with you, you ain't gonna go." And that probably was true today. And when we out there, Crystal, he talking about, um, let's go around. I like to go to we have a park in our neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
It's flat all the way around. Okay. Ain't
Yeah.
no hills and valleys. I said, I got enough hills and valleys in my life right now. I don't need no
Yeah.
damn hills and valleys to walk.
That part.
I don't want it. And he was like,
That part.
why can't we just walk around the neighborhood? It's just a few hills. I'm like, first of all, California is hilly as hell. So
Yeah.
it ain't just a few hills.
And that's good for you.
And he's like, why you're so resistant? And this what I said. And I want to, I mean, you might be like, nah, Yana, you need to push a little bit more. But this what I said. I said, look, your goal is to see how hard you can go, how fast you can go, how long, how much you can sweat. He be wanting to keep on clothes to make him sweat, himself sweat more, all that kind of stuff. No, my goal is just consistency. I'm not even focused now. You're gonna have to help me. I'm just sharing this with everybody on YouTube, here in the Blamley room. You have to help me. I'm not focused on quality. I'm focused on consistency.
That's
I want to
perfect.
be consistent because I am not good with like maintaining doing what I'm supposed to do. So if I get up and I go and I walk for 30 minutes, I don't walk for 31. I walk for 30 minutes. That thing beep, I be like, all right, it's time to go. Because I just don't like it. And I know I need to do it because as you said, in my family we have a history of heart disease,
Mm-hmm.
high blood pressure. And my physician has told me many times over the years, I usually do better with my diet. That's easier for me.
Mm-hmm.
But he's told me many times, man, if you would just exercise, you could get off your blood pressure medicine. I still take blood pressure medicine to this day because he said the only reason you're taking it is because you're not exercising. I'm telling
Okay.
you to get off of it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So
So
I'm
let me
trying to be consistent, but it's a struggle sometimes. That's my truth. That's
how
my
about we
truth.
look at it different? Because most people when they hear the word exercise, it are automatically like sounds like a chore, something else I gotta do. But what if you just think about movement? That's why I would
Mhm.
say take out the word exercise and incorporate movement
It's
and think
movement.
about the things you like to do,
Yeah.
whether it's dancing,
Mhm.
whether you know what I'm saying, just anything that gets your heart rate up, that gets the blood pumping. Consider doing that because realistically, all you need is 150 minutes per week
Right.
to
Yeah.
see some results, right? That's
Mhm.
30 minutes, 5 days a week, right? So
Oh, I
for
thought it was 30 minutes like 3 days a week. It's five?
30 times 5 is
No.
150, child.
Okay. I thought it was
But the
more.
thing is that the 30 minutes doesn't have to be consecutive minutes. So you
Oh,
can do
really?
10
Oh,
minutes, 15
okay.
minutes, 5 minutes, as
Mhm.
long as you're making sure that you're staying active. Shoot,
Mhm.
it's skating, it's biking. There's so many different hiking. Like you said, you're in Cali, y'all can hike. So many different things that we can do. Shoot, people playing pickleball now. There's so many different things that can
Yeah.
be done just to move your body as opposed to saying, oh, it's time for me to exercise. Like ask yourself, like, what do I actually enjoy doing? There are way too many things out there in this world to do things that you don't like.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
all at the end of the day, it's about the why as opposed to the how, right?
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
look at the bigger picture, when you say, oh, I just need to get my heart rate up. Oh, I just need to move my body, not sit still and sedentary for 30 minutes. I
Right.
can do that by doing this. I can do that by doing this. Find
That's
something that you like.
okay.
You don't have to do what everybody doing. And social media will mess you all up. When you see folks up in there greased up, lifting doggone couches on their back while jumping rope and in there talking about they went there for 3-4 hours. You don't have to do all that. You really
That's too
don't.
much. Does
It's
somebody
doing the
say too much?
most.
That's too much.
It's
That's
doing the
way too
most.
much. Oh my
And
goodness.
I'm gonna challenge you though, sis, real quick.
Okay.
One, I'm giving you mad credit. Consistency is the first thing you got to get right.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it. Like, so what you saying, I just want to be consistent, that is perfect. Once it becomes routine, then I want you to say, okay, I reached that goal of being consistent. Now, because what you realize once it becomes part of your routine, you start craving it. If you don't do it, your day feels off,
Uh-huh.
right? You're like, I usually would have walked for 30 minutes and I didn't, and now I can't focus because da 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 da. Once that becomes like your life, I do want you to challenge yourself to add it 32 minutes, 34 minutes. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
okay.
Because the thing, what happens
Good.
is that your body will go on autopilot and it'll no longer be challenged. So it's not being shocked to lose any extra weight. So you might go out there and start saying, I'm gonna do 30 minutes, 3 days a week. And when you first start, the first couple of weeks, you see the weight coming down, your clothes change, and you like, hey. And then after like 2 months, you like, I don't know what happened. I walk 30 minutes every day. Your body's like, I know. So I don't even have to think about it. I already know how to dole out the energy that you are giving me, all of that stuff. So, but once you give it 35, your body like, wait a minute, okay, that's more than what I'm used to. Let's get it. So it shocks the system. So you got to switch it up.
You got to switch it up. Okay, see, that's how I need Ayize to talk to me. He don't say, you said go from a 30 to 32. You made that sound reasonable. He said go to 30, and he said, why can't we go for an hour? You can't go for an hour and just walk up his hill.
He's trying to double this ideas were. No, ma'am. No,
I can't do it. Okay, so this is good. So I know that those who are watching here in the Zoom room, if you have questions or what have you, you can certainly raise your hand. And those on YouTube really want to hear these 4 raw truths. And so we're going to share 4 raw truths about what was the thing, y'all? Y'all blame me. No, I don't be remembering my titles. What's the title, y'all? Hold on a second. It's 4 raw truths about attraction beyond weight. Okay, yes. Beyond weight. So basically, what we're saying, and what we're talking about, y'all, is what is it, about attraction between men and women. And I hear this all the time from my husband. So I just want us to have a conversation about it, around the fact that men, or your partner is not paying attention to the things that you think they're paying attention to all the time. We think that they're looking at, because I tell this story all the time. I really did think Ayize was checking for my stomach a whole lot, because, and I just realized he's just a nosy man. Somebody type nosy man in the chat. Nosy man. If he watching right now, he gonna be like, I know she didn't, but he is a nosy man. And just be in your business sometimes. But I told some of my Blamely members, y'all, that we going out tonight. We going to we want to see Deion Cole, y'all, and stand up situation. So I can be getting dressed, y'all. I can get dressed, Crystal, and I get the underwear that come way up over top of your belly, and they sit right up under your boobs. I put them on. Now, you put that on, that so it just kind of gets straight. It ain't all blah, 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 right? But it's still a little belly. I know that. I see that every day when I put them things on, when I'm going somewhere for real. And so then he'll say something like, you got them underwear on? Turn to the side. Turn back to the front. Turn to the other side. Take them off real quick. Let me see. What the hell are we doing? Take them off. Put them back on. What is going on? And so I used to think, I'm saying all this to say, I was like, you are looking at my stomach. He'd be like, no, I'm just, because you be saying that's your soft spot, your stomach. And so I'm just trying to, help you out. Because sometimes you put them things on and they make you look like you got more of a stomach. I'm like, you are not helping. That's just STFU and move on and mind your business, okay? Get out my business. But I have had many conversations with my husband, and he said, babe, I am not checking. I want a grown woman. I love your stretch marks. I love your handles. I love all the things, okay? And I'm like, okay, I love that you love it, but stay on up over there and stop giving me all this feedback when I'm getting dressed. But here is the piece. I think so many women, we have so many thoughts about ourselves. We have thoughts about ourselves in terms of how we feel about our bodies, how we look, especially if we don't have a whole lot of libido going on. I heard a little birdie came and whispered to me one day and said, if you exercise more, you'll have more energy for sex. Bow, 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 bow. Your mood is a little more elevated and a little more enhanced, and you feel a little bit better. So I'm curious for you. I'm gonna get in your business a little bit. You are exercise. No, you are a movement queen. Movement. You are a movement queen, right? Like that's what you do. And when I say that's what you do, y'all, we be at conferences together, and Crystal is in the app talking about who meeting me in the morning. I'm like, damn. I'm like, shoot, I should go. That's too early. I can't.
Should.
But you be like doing what you're supposed to do, no matter where you are. So I'm curious, have you seen any benefits with your clients or with yourself? Yeah, I'm getting your business too. In the bedroom, like more what did you call it? Stamina, more, your
Mhm.
libido is increased, when you are working out. I know that's your lifestyle, that's how you roll versus when you're not working out. What are your thoughts about that?
Heck yeah. It's,
Yeah.
you know what? Exercising just takes it to a different level. First
Okay.
of all, like when you talked about the naked truth, when you first told me about that, I was like, what's the first naked truth?
Mm-hmm.
The first naked truth is that the attraction comes from the confidence that you have, not your body.
That's it.
It's your confidence. And the more you exercise, the more confidence you have. Whether your body is changing completely overnight, you just see yourself differently. Because when you don't exercise, you already feel bad for not exercising. So every time you look in the mirror, you pinpoint all the stuff like, girl, that's look at this, look at this. You're doing all the jiggle because you're mad at yourself because you didn't exercise. But once you do start working out, now you like, girl, look, wait a minute. Look at that. Dude, my chin, no, I see my clavicle. Like, what is happening? You have a different perception of yourself and you carry yourself different. So
Yeah.
that when you are getting dressed, you're not looking in the mirror saying, do I look good? You like, dang, I look good. And when you carry yourself that way, chin up, chest out, shoulders back,
Mm-hmm.
it's an attraction. That is so doggone attractive in itself. And it
Mm-hmm.
makes you want your partner to look at you more because like in your head, you think like, you see this? You should. You welcome. Like you're looking,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Yeah.
so then once you get into it, it ain't that what's the word? Uh that shyness and all of that because you feel good about yourself. You want them to touch on you. You want to show. And real talk, yeah, it does help all the things. It
Mm.
helps with all them positions, staying in the position so that you don't get in that position once and be like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, hold on. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Because now you're cramping up. You get to do more position and you get to do it longer. Yes. And it helps with the blood flow. This is going to help with the lubrication as well. So it's all the things. It's
Mm-hmm.
all the things. All
Yeah.
the things. It
That's
makes it all better.
That's good. Yeah, that confidence is big. I
It's
have
key.
definitely I've been around people and their confidence just comes in terms of how they
Oozes
carry
out.
themselves, the clothes that they sometimes I see people and I say, I would wow, like I saw somebody the other day and I'm like, I need to like I have not worn a two-piece bathing suit. I don't know in how long. My husband be like, why don't you wear one? I'm like, first of all, I had not one, but two, no, not two, three, four, five children. And I don't
So,
care how small y'all think I am. This
so,
stomach is special. He like, they got
so,
the ones where you can pull it up a little higher. You can wear that.
so,
I'm like, no. But then I see people on the beach confident,
you know what I
much
tell
bigger.
people?
And I'm
You
like,
need
what's
to
wrong with me?
dress like you in Vegas. Because, you know, people go to Vegas and act like they ain't got no
Oh,
sense. And they like, I'm
I know.
aware. Don't nobody know me. Act like that all the time. So what? Love
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Love who
Yeah.
you are and what you see, even when you are a work in progress. That work in progress is still, what ain't no still, is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful because even if the body hasn't matched where you want it to go yet, being proud of the decision that you made, your consistency,
Mm-hmm.
all of that adds up. I'm
That's true.
telling you, better wear it.
That's true. That's so true.
Better wear it. Because
Yeah.
we all, like you said, we all see somebody be like, huh, she out here. And I'm
And we
like,
be
get it,
like,
sis.
do
Get
the
it.
damn thing then. Okay.
Get it. So if she can do it, why can't we?
Right. That's so
Now,
true. That's
I'll tell you, I literally just had this conversation. I just had therapy this afternoon. Shout out to
okay.
therapy. If you ain't got
Okay.
one, get you one.
Yes.
Um, but I have, I have my retreat coming up in
Hmm.
Jamaica,
Yes.
and I'm trying to challenge myself, y'all. So I love a bikini. That's all I wear. Just because one piece is I wear them in the swim class, but one piece feel hot outside in the sun. I don't want my stomach all in. I be hot. Like I shouldn't be hot outside. But my niece gave me a thong bikini.
Oh,
And I said, girl, what I'm gonna do with that? She
put it
said,
on.
where? Auntie, you got the body. And I was like,
Put
because
it
I
on.
am very, and y'all know this, I'm very reserved with what I show.
Mm-hmm.
So my therapist actually challenged me to
Ah,
take it and wear it.
take it and wear it, girl. I want to know what ladies in here would y'all gonna put, would you put on the thong? So some of y'all might be like fitties, I don't know what, because it's a mindset thing. It has nothing to do
It
with your
is.
body. It's your mind. I want to get to that place of freedom in myself and in my body. I'm not there yet, but I'm a work in progress. But I'm about to follow Crystal
Look,
later on, but
but
down
this
the
the
road.
thing. I got cheeks. So no matter what bottoms I wear, the cheeks gonna come out anyway. Like that's the
Right.
thing. The cheeks already out. It's just something about just like ta-da, y'all see it? Like, oh, so I told her, I said, I'm gonna pack it. I'm gonna pack it. I am going to pack it.
And then you gotta take a picture. You gotta
She
take a
said
picture,
that
and then
too.
you gotta take a picture, and you gotta post it, and just be like casual, and people be like, "Oh," because you see somebody with a thong on, you be like, "Oh,
Look,
okay,"
look.
and they be looking good. They be looking good.
And I love y'all in the chat. Y'all telling me to do it and go for it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do it to challenge myself because that's why I did the figure competition I did in 2014. That was basically the
Oh,
same thing, you know. That's why I said having to be judged in your underwears on
yeah.
stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a challenge for me. Just because, like I
Yeah.
said, I am just very, I guess my friends think I'm square. I could be sort of square when it comes to how I dress. I'm very
Mm-hmm.
reserved. I'm very reserved. I feel like what I got is meant for him to see. It ain't for
Mm-hmm.
everybody else to know what I got up under there. So
Yeah. I'm with you.
yeah.
It's that old school. But I saw and then I'm gonna get to my next thing, y'all. I saw oh, I wish I could find this. I could show it right now on live. I seen it's a lady. Oh, it don't matter. Shit, I can't remember it. But it was an older lady, and she was
Mm-hmm.
basically it was a younger girl who did a reel, and she was talking about all of y'all over 40 women, stop wearing side ponytails. And somebody might have seen this. Stop wearing side ponytails and short skirts and laying your baby hairs down. And she was like, you over 40, right? Now, some of that stuff you may agree with, right? But then this lady, it's a white sister, she had purple, pink hair, sitting upright. And she said, let me tell you something, baby sis. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. Okay.
That part. That part.
And I like watched it over and over again. Like, I just love the way she broke it down. She said a whole lot of other stuff, but she just basically said, don't be coming for other women, about
Oh,
what we should or shouldn't do. We all have our comfort zones and what we
yeah.
think is appropriate or not. My husband, as liberated as he is, he's also sexist. All of these things be coming together at once, and some things I might be a little judgy. My daughters be like, "Mom, and I'll be like, no, you, right?" So we all have that stuff, but we shouldn't be doing that judging. But at the end of the day, she was just like, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. I'm gonna put my the hair color whatever way I want it. I'm gonna put on whatever I want to put on. And so I think this piece around getting free. I almost
Yeah.
feel like, well, again, if you came on later, we are launching next week for the Blamily only, the F the Scale challenge. It is the F the Scale 4-day challenge. Oh, let me put it in the chat. Uh,
Yeah.
I keep talking about it. How about you drop it, Iana? Hold on, let me see what do I have the right thing? Boom. All right, so there it is right there. So I want our Blamely members to go and sign up for that challenge, and we're I feel like it need to be like the get free challenge too, right? Because the whole F the Scale, talk about that, Crystal, because it's really about so much more than our like getting into a certain physique. It's about getting free. I mean, I'm feeling that right now. Talk
Heck
about F the
yeah.
Scale. How you
It's,
come
you
up with
know,
that?
it's so funny. I went back and I was looking through some of my stuff. I've been saying F the scale. I did an F the scale challenge in like 2018, 2019.
You did?
Did.
Oh.
I didn't realize that I've been saying that for that long because what I absolutely know is that that scale throws people off.
Mm,
It makes us think that we're supposed to weigh a certain number. And because of that, we do things that are unhealthy and we judge ourselves, right? So I'm like, let's just throw the scale out and let's talk about healthy living. Like, what are some things that you want to do? Like, you want to get off your blood pressure medications, right?
mm-hmm.
That's what we should be focused on. I don't even know if I posted it yet. That's a shame. That's what I'm so reserved sometimes. Somebody got a video of me at one of the mastermind events.
Uh-huh.
These knees work like Megan Thee Stallion, baby. I was in there having a good
Oh, I
time.
know.
And
You
I
be getting
love the
it in.
fact that I'm almost 50, but these knees still work. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
Yes.
that's the thing. Going up and down the stairs without feeling winded, getting off medication, being able to go in the closet. Like one of my clients, she loves to talk about how she was able to wear a dress that she hadn't worn in 20 years. You know, so those are the things. Or when I have another client, she has RA. And when we first worked together, she had trouble using the restroom and or taking baths by herself. She needed assistance to get out.
Mm-hmm.
But from us working together, she was able to do all that stuff on her own. You know what I'm saying? Those are the types of things that we're looking for now. And then what I absolutely know is that when we focus more on these habits and those type of goals, the body is going to shift. And I got to tell y'all this too. As we age, the weight may not come off, but that does not mean that you can't still reshape your body and still like what you see.
Oh, wait a minute now. Say that again now. So it may not
As
come
we
up.
age, our bodies just change. Our
Yeah.
bodies just naturally, you know, you can get to a point where your body's like, this is the point, the weight I'm comfortable at, right? So the weight may not change, but that doesn't mean that you can't reshape your body. So people love to say that muscle weighs more than fat. It does not. 5 pounds is 5 pounds. It just looks different. This is 5 pounds of fat. This is 5 pounds of muscle.
Oh.
So if you're on the scale and all you keep looking at is that scale, the scale could tell you that you're tripping and you're not making any progress. But if you look in the mirror can tell you something totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Am I able to share my screen?
Oh, you can. I'm about to give you the opportunity. Hold on one
Because
second.
I want to
Your
share some
screen.
real quick since we're talking about that, just to give y'all an example of what I'm talking about.
Okay, there you
So
go.
this is one of my clients. Let me pull it up. Let's see which one is it. Okay. All right. Let me show y'all this. This is one of my clients. Great change, right?
Wow.
She ain't lose not 9 pounds.
Huh? What you mean?
That's the exact same weight.
Get out. Wait a minute now. Are you?
When have I ever lied to you, sis?
Oh my gosh.
So that's what I'm saying. If we are constantly on the scale, the scale is telling you now. But these pictures are telling you the truth. You see the fat gone from her upper arms, from her waist, from her legs, everything. Fat burning, muscle building, weighing the exact same weight. So that's why I did the challenge, created the challenge, wrote the book too. Somebody said she got a whole book behind her.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Look,
I
they be
wrote a
checking
whole book
books out.
about it.
Yes, right.
Exactly, Miss Marsha. I wear waist beads too. I have on 6 strands. But things like that, those are the things we want because nobody knows how much you weigh except you and your doctor. We don't have to walk around with our weight on our shoulders. So what does that number even matter? But your people can walk up to you and say, girl, you looking good, whether your weight changed or not. They can see that you have a different glow. You're carrying yourself differently. You know that you're wearing clothes that you hadn't worn before. All of those things matter as opposed, because my thing is this, all right, you reach your weight goal, then your goal weight, then what? Because you do know you can reach that number and still not like what you see in the mirror, still be on medications, still be in pain. So why are we running for a number?
Wow. Lord have mercy. Well, this is like changed my mindset already in so many ways in terms of the way I think about, because you just got to pray for me because I just be special. And I just have I got one more special question.
Yeah.
Special question. At what time and in what way do you know you are eligible to wear waist beads?
Now,
Because I don't think I'm eligible.
You got a waist. Everybody got a waist.
But it's up under the stomach.
And
so what? So you put
that's actually, people think that, so the waist beads that I like are the ones with the string in them. So they don't stretch. They're not the cutie ones. Like people wear the elastic ones that are for cuteness and all that stuff. The ones I have, they don't move unless your body moves, right? And they tell you, like Miss Amber said, waist beads will tell you. One of my clients say she knows that she ate something that she probably that her body didn't like too much because they turn from waist beads to titty beads because then they roll on up. Don't want titty beads. We want waist beads, right? But the thing is, you are supposed to put them above your belly button.
You are?
Yeah, because that.
Oh, hell no.
No, think about it. Think about it. If you put them in your smallest, at your smallest part of your waist,
yeah,
you lose weight or your stomach goes down, so you have nothing to gauge it to, right? So I'm gonna.
I had to look at myself.
Because you want them. Let me see.
You want them to be above your belly button?
Yeah, to start. Because most of us, like your biggest part of your belly is typically under your belly button. So if they are already down here, and sometimes mine do slide down and I bring them right back on up. When they're up here, they have room to go down so that you can determine whether you're actually losing or not. If they're already down here, what you gauging? What you learning?
Oh, mine, that ain't my problem. Mine gonna be up there and they're gonna be tight as hell. They gonna feel like they about to pop.
No, you get to put them on how you want to. So this is what I tell people. Okay. When you get your waist beads, right? Sit down to put them on because you don't want to put them on standing up because we all slim up when we stand up, right? But if you sit down and that stomach expands to what it's going to naturally be, put your beads on and give yourself like maybe like a finger in between the two. I mean, between your belly and the waist beads, and tie them right there. And I'm telling you, you'll see them move around. I wonder if I.
Wow. Okay, so let me just tell y'all, I just want to know, sisters and brothers who are in the room, are y'all ready for next week? Because you see the kind of conversation we're having. I mean, it's beyond, this is what I love about what Crystal does. Crystal works on your psychology and she works on your body. She works on how you think about things, how you see things, and she shares her own self, her own situation. And so if you have not signed up, Blamley, this is for us and us only. I want y'all to make sure y'all sign up. I'm dropping it in the chat again. And
is that the one y'all created?
Oh my gosh. What you say?
Is that the link y'all created?
This the link. This is the unique URL. No? This ain't the right one?
I think that's the regular one. We'll check though.
No, I don't think so. Look, we checking y'all, and I'm gonna follow back up. No, this is the right one.
Okay.
Yeah, I just went to it. I think it's the right one. All right, y'all. It looked like the right one to me. You click on it too. So what we're gonna do? Well, I should say yes, it works. I signed up. Graham said he signed up, but that ain't really your question. You talking about the?
Yeah, I think. Well, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
But it still works though.
It works. Y'all signed up. Okay, good. So everybody, I just want you all to make sure that you consider being like Crystal. No, I'm just playing. Ah! But what I really want to say is that you have been an inspiration. Because one thing you have been is consistent. You're consistent in your working out. You're consistent in bringing that forward in your business. You're consistent in showing up. And that piece for me is, like I said, that's my number one goal right now. So I feel so grateful that you have graced us today and that you're going to be gracing us next week and we get to hang out and do this 4-day after scale challenge. And, Ayize will be here with us next week and we will be talking about all of the things from fitness and mindset and health and intimacy. A little sex in there as well. So we're going to talk about all the juicy stuff. Any last words you want to leave with everybody, Crystal?
I do. Consistency does not mean perfection. I think that a lot of times people say if they missed a day that they aren't being consistent. Consistent does not mean that you do all the things every day perfectly. And then because you relapse, that does not mean you collapsed either. You always, tomorrow is another day to start over and be consistent yet again. That's all you got to do, y'all. So that's it. And I can't wait to see y'all next week.
good. This is gonna be
Look,
good.
look.
Yes.
We starting it off with mindset. We getting the mind
Exactly.
right first on day one. And then
Yeah.
we get to talk about food too. Y'all love me some food.
That's good. This is gonna be good. I am ready. Graham, you know, when you ask us anytime what the points was, we don't remember what the hell the damn points was. We gonna be tracking them as we go, but I'll send them out in an email. How about that? When I follow up, you tell me something. What was the points? I don't know. I don't be remembering as we
Don't
go.
take your notes, Graham. I'm here for it.
No taker. No taker. Everybody, this has been another wonderful episode of Relationship Thursday, gearing up for next week for Blamley members only. The 4-day F the Scale challenge. If you are not a Blamley member, you're watching this on YouTube live or later on or whatever, you can be a part of this community. You can also participate in the challenge by going to blamcore.com. But Blamley members, make sure that you get that link and it's also to you in your email. Everybody, have a good rest of your evening and a good night. Bye,
Thank y'all.
y'all.
Have a good